know it's fun to watch when we start.
Oh, I opened. Sorry,
Yes.
I was waiting for you to open.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Two Stall.
We're not cutting any of this. You're going to get to see real us.
Welcome back, or welcome to Two Tall Stitchers. I'm Jennifer, and this is my mom, Carol. And although I don't seem to know what's going on today, hopefully I'll get it together in the next hour. So it's good to be back with you all. It's Sunday, December 3rd here. We're looking out at a very overcast, kind of off and on rainy day. Yeah. So it's a good day to be inside filming and stitching and
petting the dog.
Petting the dog. Well, let's start there because we left them with a cliffhanger last time that you got your new dog, but you weren't sure about her name. What have you decided?
Oh my goodness. Went through names, thought and thought and thought. I got so many great suggestions. One of our viewers, you were wonderful, sent me you didn't ask, but here are about 10 names.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate it. But it was, Jack went with us when we got her. And one day he came down to Jennifer because she was saying how I was thinking about all these different names. And he said, "What's wrong with Cindy?" And I thought, well, he really was with us and he really likes her. He comes up to visit her. So her name is Cindy. Yeah. And she's starting to respond to it.
That's what you said. Also, you called her by her name and she looked up. So
yeah. She responds. Yeah, when she's running around the yard at midnight and it's dark and she doesn't want to come in and I go, "Sydney," and she turns around and says,
"Hi."
"What? Oh, I'll be right back." And off she goes. So yeah, she's responding.
She's getting very comfortable in your home.
Yes, she is.
She's super lovey. We heard from a lot of people who've had Goldens over the years and loved their Goldens.
Very affectionate.
Yes.
Very affectionate.
Yes.
But yeah, she's a good girl.
All right. Well, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. Coming back, if you've been here before or joining us for the first time, we had a couple of people tell us on our last video it was their first time watching. Hope you're back. Thank you if you are. And welcome to anybody who's brand new.
Yep. We
had a good group of new subscribers last time. This is just a subset of them, but we want to welcome a few of our newer subscribers: Colleen, Tammy, Cheryl, Linda, Kathy, Shanika, Paulette, and Lori, who you met in the store yesterday. Yeah.
Friday.
Oh yeah, it's Sunday. Okay.
I think it's Friday.
I really am with it. Well, you're usually there on Friday, so that would make sense. And then also want to thank 3 people who mentioned us in their Flosstubes. Esther at Speedy X Stitcher, Michelle from Penny's Daughter Shares, and Chris the Camping Stitcher. So I will be off. I haven't seen Speedy X Stitcher or the Camping Stitcher yet, so I'll have to go off and watch those and see what they said about us. Maybe they mentioned that we're crazy.
Maybe you don't want to go look at them. We'll check first.
Yeah. Well, last time for Quilt of the Day, we had my mystery quilt from 2006, and this time we have yours.
Mine,
so tell us all about it.
Okay, so it's the same as Jennifer's. It was done in 2006. It was quilted by Paul Wyckoff. The interesting thing about this is I am not an orange person at all. And I walked in the store and I saw this fabric and I said, "Oh boy, that's really orange." And I walked around the store and I came back and said, "That's really orange." And I walked around the store some more, and this is what I came home with. Yeah. And I love it.
And I'm guessing it was probably either this fabric or the border fabric that really got you.
I think it was the stripe. Yeah. And to be able to put the stripe in a good place and everything was really kind of great. And it was fun to make because, again, it was a mystery quilt, so we only got one, cut out this, cut out that. Then it was, okay, sew these together, then sew this, sew that. So we didn't see the whole finish until the last step. Yeah. But it was fun to make. I really enjoyed it. And it was a long time ago.
It was.
2006.
I know.
I was just a child.
So you'll have to pause real quick, go back and look at our last video to see mine, because we were even looking at them saying they look so different, just that different selection of fabrics and the contrast and all that makes the same quilt look quite different.
Yeah, because I had the striped fabric, which she didn't have any striped fabric. And that makes a difference.
And I think where you have 2 oranges that are a darker orange and a medium orange, mine were 2 totally different colors, I think. Yeah. So anyway, it's just always fun to see all the varieties that come out in a mystery quilt. Yep. I'll just put in one quick plug because there are a couple of mystery quilts that go on that I know I've done that are publicly available free. And we'll put links in the notes below. The first one is Bonnie Hunter has a scrap quilt, like a mystery quilt along every year that starts usually right around Thanksgiving and finishes up around Christmas or end of the year.
It's like 6 weeks or 4 weeks.
Hers are intense. If you're a beginning quilter, it's a lot. I've made one or maybe two. I think just one of hers. It was fun, but it's a lot of sewing.
It's a lot of piecing,
And
a
it's
lot
a
of
lot of
cutting, a lot of scrap cutting.
But if you're somebody who has a ton of scraps and you don't know what to do with them, that's a fantastic project. The other one is Meadow Mist does an annual mystery quilt. Hers is already underway, but you could go back and get the patterns, and I've made one or two of hers. And hers are one set of directions per month, so it's a little more manageable, and I think it goes over 4 to 6 months, so a little bit more time to finish that one. And I would say they both usually wind up like a large lap size quilt. Sometimes Bonnie's are bigger. Yeah, I made hers smaller when I made it.
Yeah, a lot of people do that. And if you follow her at all on Quiltville, she has a retreat down in, is it Virginia? North Carolina. She's right on the line there. And when the retreaters come, they always do pictures over the porch railing. And many of them are her quilts that she's done. Some of them are mystery, some of them are just her patterns.
Yeah.
But she has a huge number of patterns. And the mystery quilt is free when she starts it. But then when it's finished, then it becomes...
She takes down the
patterns. She takes down the pattern, and then you have to pay for them.
And they wind up going into a book usually.
Well,
they used to.
Now they're just pretty much... She has a shop, and you can get them on the shop. But if you look through, you can see a lot of her mystery quilts.
Yeah.
And they're amazing. I know Stephanie's done
Our friend Stephanie has done most of them.
Yeah, she's crazy. Sorry, Stephanie, but she's an overachiever. There's a lot... and Mary Ellen's working on hers right now.
Okay.
And nice. She gives you all the colors and uses paint chips as samples.
Yeah.
So that helps you to choose. But you can use your own colors too.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Lots of things going on since our last episode.
Oh, yeah.
Last we saw you, it was a little bit before Thanksgiving. And I think I told you my daughter was not coming home, and that changed at the last minute. Airfares dropped significantly. And so I bought her a ticket on Monday, and she came home Wednesday morning.
Didn't tell me.
And didn't tell her grandmother. She was very excited to walk in the house Wednesday for lunch and surprise her.
Yes, I was working up here, and she came in and she said, "Hi, I thought I'd go to lunch with you." And I looked up because I knew Jen was coming, and I'd seen the car pull in the driveway, and it was a shock.
Yes.
She made me cry.
Somebody might have been brought to tears.
Pretty happy, yeah. I was pretty happy to see her. It's
it was good to see
she's never
her.
been gone that long, and we all enjoyed the time with her.
Yes.
We had a good time.
And she really enjoyed the time with the pets. She had both of them spending a lot of time with her. So
yes. And she got to meet Cindy.
Yes.
And spent a lot of time with Cindy.
Yep.
And Mittens, the cat, slept with her the first night.
Oh, the whole time.
Oh, the whole time?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, it was
gave
great.
You a break.
It was great to have her home for that long weekend.
Yes.
She headed back on Sunday. She's been busy at school, and she comes home on
15th.
December 15th.
Yeah.
So she'll be home for 5 weeks then, which will be really nice. She has her summer job lined up again for the break. So she's looking forward to making some money.
Yeah.
And I think she's looking forward to laying in her own bed and eating her father's cooking.
And she and I are going to do some things while she's home too.
Good.
So we've talked about that.
All right.
So it's kind of neat. Then I got a phone call on a couple days before Thanksgiving from my niece who said, "What are you doing for Thanksgiving?" And their whole family was basically all going in separate directions. And so I said, "You want to come up?" So then I called Jennifer and I said, "Okay, we have a little issue here. I bought a small boneless turkey breast for the 5 of us. Yeah. Now we're going to have 10.
11.
11.
Oh,
11.
10 at the time. Yeah.
10. I said, now we're going to have 10. And she said, better buy another one. So Julie brought a ham, and she brought a couple of pies, and then she made sweet potato casserole. Mike made green bean casserole, and you made a butterscotch pie.
And a pumpkin pie.
And mashed potatoes and everything. And so it turned out to be great. We had a wonderful time. And then, of course, Julie didn't know Jenna was coming home either. So it was very exciting for everybody to come in. We played games and yeah, it was fun. And so we had a nice thing. And then the next day we all went to Costco. Well, did Jenna go with us or just the three of us?
No, just
the three of us. The adults went and helped Costco a lot.
Yeah. Contributed to their bottom line.
Yes.
Yeah. But got some good Christmas shopping.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
So
I think that was our only, that and some purchases online were our only Black Friday shopping.
Yeah.
Good. Shortly after filming our last video, we got some very sad news that the owner of Art Ovation, Not Your Average Quilter, Mike, I don't remember his last name. Anyway, he had collapsed in his shop, and sadly he passed away about a week later. You went to the funeral this week. His viewing. Yeah. So just super sad.
He was an awfully nice guy, very generous, very helpful, had a wonderful eye, was a very talented quilter.
Yeah.
And had a great eye when it came to picking out fabric. I mean, anytime we needed something, we'd go over and say, Mike, we have this or we need that. And boy, he was Johnny on the spot with it. Yeah. And so it'll be a great loss to his family and to the quilting community. And he'd just become a featured artist or something for one of the fabric companies. And they were really excited about that. So it's a sad loss.
Very sad. And then I guess the only other update, I spent this week in Evansville. My same cousin had surgery earlier this week, so I went down to help with her 6-year-old and 11-year-old. I forgot about hands-on parenting because I've had teenagers for a long time. It's a lot to get kids up and going for breakfast. I took 3 projects to stitch on. I barely touched them because by the time we were done at the end of the night, I was so tired. So, but she's doing really well. She's taking it easy, which is what she needs to do. And as some of you probably relate to, very hard for some of us just to take it easy. Right. So, who knows? Maybe she's watching this. I don't think she's watched one in a long time. But if you're watching, we hope you're laying down. Yes, you better be and take a nap when you're finished watching. But that was fun to spend the week with them. And being much like her mother, Jennifer taught the children how to load the dishwasher, how to unload the dishwasher, how to make their lunches, how to set the table. And, So we've been working on that. Well, we did it with our kid, and with Jack and Jenna. Yeah. And I did it with the boys when I was there, and so now we're next generation. Next generation of table setters and dishwasher emptiers. I don't know what I'm going to do next year or in 2 years when Jack goes off to college and I have to empty my own dishwasher. Paper plates. I haven't done that for a long time. So yeah. All right. I think that's all of our life updates. Should we jump into questions? Yep. All right. Last time we talked to you, we asked, what day of the week do you get the most stitching done? And boy, was it a landslide. 73% of you say there's no specific day, you stitch the same amount every day, or there's no day that's routinely more than the others. So yeah, a huge amount who said it's about the same, or they stitch every day the same amount of time. 18 of you said weekends. Now, for some of you, that was Friday, Saturday, and some it was Saturday, Sunday, but just having that extra time on the weekends was definitely beneficial. And then from there, we had 20 who said Sundays. That's me too. Are their day to get more stitching. 10 said Saturdays. And then we went down to 4 each for Mondays and Wednesdays. And one of them, I don't know if you saw this. So I'm reading the comments and one of them says, I stitch the most on Wednesdays because I go to my stitch group at the local bank. And I was like, oh, that's funny. That's what Mom does on Wednesdays too. It was Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Nancy. Who's in the stitch group. So that was pretty funny. So we had 4 each on Monday and Wednesday, 3 who said Fridays, and then 2 for Tuesdays and Thursdays. Our common threads this time, football season. That's why a lot of people get a lot of stitching done on the weekends. I would say most of them are ignoring football, but sitting with someone who watches a lot of it. Yep. Some of you did comment that you really enjoy watching the football, but a lot of people said I sit with someone who watches football. Stitch groups, pretty much everybody who had a stitch group said that was the day they got the most stitching done, except for one person who said I talk way too much and I never get stitching done at my stitch group, so it's the other days. And those people that stitch every day, some of them were just a little, like a couple of people commented they try and put in like 1 thread a day, so they get a little bit in every day. Some people are very, very lucky and are retired and maybe ignoring their housework and stitch up to 5 hours a day. Wow.
I'm retired. I ignore my housework, but I don't stitch
You don't stitch that much, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm not really retired.
I would say retirement makes a difference for people. A lot of people commented that their stitching increased once they were retired. Yeah. So that's our fun for this time. Thanks to everybody. We had a lot of participation in that, and I appreciate all your fun comments on.
We love asking you questions because we love getting your answers.
Getting the answers.
You guys are great. You're so much fun.
And I thought we'd have a runaway day. I was really surprised that most people are even. Yeah. So
I try and stitch every day. I get a lot in on Wednesday when I'm at the bank, and then I've been stitching more after dinner lately. I'm not sure why, but I have been.
Maybe you've been drinking less wine.
No.
Stitching more. She has a dog now, so she needs less wine. All right, why don't you jump into our other questions? Trisha will like that one. Yeah. She always likes when we make her laugh.
Yeah, you should be hysterical. Okay. Karen in Tulsa, this is for you anyway, says, is the Sweet Wing half square triangles without cutting?
Oh.
I can't read what you typed.
I think I mixed up 2 questions.
Yeah.
I did.
You did.
So the first question, which might have been from Karen, was supposed to be, is the Sweet Wing flag pattern available at Persnickety? Forever in Peace.
Oh, if I think so, but if not, we can order it. Definitely, not a problem.
And then the second question, when we were talking about my reindeer quilt and I showed the pattern, I don't have it with me this time. They said, how would you do that without cutting half square triangles? And I said, well, remember to grab the disc, which of course we didn't do. Yeah.
There's something
so
called
there's
triangulations. And there's also the thangles.
Yeah.
And with triangulations, you print off a page, and they list tons of all the different sizes of half square triangles. So you print off the page, and you take a piece of your one color. It's really good when you're doing a 2-color quilt like she was. And you take a piece of each, put them together, pin the triangulations page on top of it, and sew all the. It gives you the directions to sew and how to sew, the directions and everything. Then when you're finished, you just slice it all up and they're done.
Yeah,
that is so much better than cutting half square triangles individually, or sewing them together. Yeah. And thangles is the same way. You just use 2.5-inch strips.
Whatever.
They
strips.
tell you. Depending on what size.
They have thangles that they sell. Yes. I mean, probably all the way from 1 inch all the way up to multi-inch. And I bet there's a website with triangulations. I bet we could put that below. Yeah.
But triangulations are great. They're great because they have all different sizes.
I like them both, but I prefer triangulations because you use a full-size piece of paper, and it's a computer, it's a disc or a program.
So you don't have to have all these packets of pieces.
You tell it what size your finished half square triangles are going to be, and then it figures out how many it can fit on a page and prints them out.
If we find the disc, which should be here, maybe she can put a screenshot in of it. Okay.
Yeah. And definitely I'll try and link below to their website. Yeah. All right. Ginger asked how we handle the free table at our retreats. Is it a free-for-all? How do we make sure it's fair? It is a free-for-all. We've been very lucky in our group of
We've never had any fights. We've had no blood, no screaming.
Yeah. In fact, we have a lot of people who find stuff on the free table and bring it to other people, like I did to you this last time, and say, hey, I think this pattern's perfect for you. You should have this one. So yeah, we don't put any limits on it. And
there's more than enough for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not like there's only 30 things because there's 30 people. Right. More like 300.
Our biggest rule is if it's not gone, you have to take it home with you. And if not, we put it all in a box, and there's actually a Goodwill right next door to the hotel, and we drive through the Goodwill and drop off the extra patterns there at the end of our retreat. Yeah.
Yep. But we've never had an issue. It's
Yeah.
been fine.
Agreed.
Been fine.
Teresa asked, what are our plans for 2024? I have a little bit to talk about later, Teresa, but honestly, I don't tend to make a lot of my plans until I'm off work in December. I have a couple weeks off at the end of the year. So that's when I tend to kind of dig in and figure out what I want to get done the next year. So as we get to the end of the year, you'll hear more from me.
We have 2 cross-stitch retreats that we'll be hosting, one in April and one in October. August, okay.
Yeah.
And then we have a quilt retreat in the fall.
In Chipshawana.
In Chipshawana, and that's in October. And then we're going to go with some friends to a retreat in Illinois this year.
Yeah.
So those are the only,
in the spring.
Those are the only ones that we have definite dates for.
Yeah.
And we're going to market.
Yep.
In March.
For Persnickety.
For Persnickety, for the cross-stitch store I work for, and she works there too. And we'll go and spend Vicky's money.
Yeah, always
and
fun.
that's fun. So those are our only.
Those are our
firm
travel plans, but I think maybe she was asking. People are
stuff?
talking about 24 and 24.
Oh,
Michelle has her Celebrate 50 start along, different things like that. That's where I said I usually like solidify those at the end of the year.
yeah. No, I don't think I'm going to do anything that rash.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't tend to.
You tend to make a list of things you want to accomplish in the next year.
Right, and then I cross them off, or I write them on the next year's list. Both.
Yeah, true. All right, Judy asked what long arm I have. She's a long armer as well. Judy, I have the Handy Quilter Avante, which is an 18-inch, I think, throat space, and I have it on a 12-foot frame, so it takes up about half of my basement. But it's great. I love it.
And it's no computer.
No computer, yeah, only hand-driven. So I do have the laser light to follow pantographs, which I do sometimes. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with pantographs, but mostly I enjoy quilting from the front of the machine, either totally freeform or with rulers. Yeah. And then Barbara asked who designed our needle minder.
Our friend in Houston that lived down the block from us. She's a very talented. I don't know that she was ever a graphic designer. Maybe she was, but she's great.
Yeah, she was.
And I sent her a note and I said, "Hi, Chris, we're doing this, and we'd kind of like to have a logo." And I sent her some samples of what different people had, and she came up with this.
And some ideas that we had.
And well, we didn't have any ideas.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't remember sending her any ideas, but whatever she came up with this, and we love it.
And she just did it as a favor.
Yeah,
it's
she
not
did
a
it. She's
business,
not. She wouldn't. Yeah, because someone else had asked if she would do it, and she said no. She really, not her thing.
Yeah. All right. Shall we jump into some stitching now?
Sure.
All right. Do you have some whips? New starts?
Yes. Hang on. I have this one, which someone had asked about. This is Forever in Peace.
Sweet Wing Studio.
Yeah, I thought I had
your
the
hand's
pattern.
right there on the pattern. It's right under your other piece.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Okay. It's this pattern, and I've been working on it a little bit. I'm really kind of excited because I got the whole what I call the top half done.
Yeah.
And I pulled my own colors. It's Classic Colorworks, but I pretty much used what I had in my stash, I believe. I think so. But yeah, I really am enjoying it. It's a neat stitch.
Yeah.
And what I like is when I finish a row, then I finished it. You know, it's not jumping all around and everything. Yeah. And so I really like that.
Nice.
So I've been working on that.
And you're stitching this on
28 count Jobelin lamb's wool.
Yes.
I wrote it down.
Very nice. It's looking really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that I started at retreat. That was what they voted on that I should start. Yeah. And then I'm working. This is a new start, and if I can get it over here. This was it Thanksgiving that
There's a Black Friday
Cherry
sale.
Hill Friday had a Black Friday sale, and Jennifer said, "Oh, you need to look," and she said I could buy this one. Okay, so I bought it, and whoops, oh, that's attached.
Oh, it's
that's
attached.
why. Okay, so here it is. This is this. I love working on this one. You know, I love letters, and you know, I like snowmen.
Alphabets and snowmen, you can't go wrong.
Yep. So usually I build snowmen from the bottom up, but when you're stitching, it's kind of top down. But anyway, I'm really enjoying this. The letters went so quickly, and yeah, I really liked it.
And
It
are
was
you
good.
using DMC?
I'm
or
using
Weeks?
DMC, and then the red and the black are Weeks. Louisiana hot sauce and onyx.
Okay. And that's from Cherry Hill Stitchery's
Cherry Hill Stitchery.
Etsy shop, which we can link
Yeah.
below.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it down there.
Yeah.
Are those your only whips? You have a new start.
Oh, I
Oh,
have.
that is your new start.
I have
Oh.
a sad whip. I'm making this for a young couple that got married, the Bent Creek. I love it. I showed it to you. It was coming along so well. I had about half of it finished, not half of it, but I had a good bit of it done. And I had it on my Q-snap, and I opened up my Q-snap to continue stitching, and guess what? That's it. Somehow I mismeasured, and it's not going to fit. So I have to start it over again. I'm just sick because I was really having fun with it.
It's really
And it was
pretty
going
colors.
pretty colors. It was really going well. And the other thing is I'm not wasting this fabric. So at some point I have to sit down and pick it out, which is even worse. But yeah, so, what can I say?
Took our backer board.
Oh, I took our back
You
board.
did.
Okay. So yeah.
All right, so that's a
my
whip that's
sad
in
news. Sad whip.
timeout. Yes, yes. All right, I have a couple of whips for you today. As always, I jump around. First is Mini Temperature SARS from Zara Design Studio. I am continuing to enjoy stitching on
Ooh,
this
that's getting
one.
close.
Yeah, it's getting really close. And look how small that hole's getting in the middle.
Now will that whole hole fill in?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. She's redesigned the program for 2024 that there's like a spot in the middle that says 2024.
Oh, neat. Okay.
But this one doesn't. She recommends you put it underneath the pattern, which I'll do. So we had some cold weather. You got into purples and the blues. No, those aren't that cold. It's the purples that are cold. And so it's back to normal now, mid 50s. So we'll get back into those light blues, medium blues. I don't know. But yeah, this is done up to last Tuesday.
Wow. Good.
Yeah, because I stitched it on Wednesday.
Are you going to do it again?
I don't know. Not next year. I have enjoyed it, but I don't think I'll do it next year. But I may come back and do another one another time. She has another pattern, and each motif is like a little tiny quilt block.
Oh, okay.
And so I think if I did it again, I would probably do that pattern.
Yeah, I've seen one that's a tree.
I've seen the tree.
And
Yeah.
there's another one I've seen. I can't think what it is.
There's a lot of
There's
them
several
out
of
there.
them, yeah.
And like I said, I've enjoyed it, but it's not something I need to do every
No,
year.
they're the annual reminder.
This is a meaningful year with Jenna going
Yeah.
off to college and stuff. So I don't know, maybe I'll do it in 2 years when my son goes through the same thing. Or maybe I'll never do one again. Who knows? The second one, so when Jenna was home, I was kind of itching for a new start, and I said, what should I do? Should I start a new one? And she was like, no, how many do you have in that bag? You need to finish one of the ones that's in there. So you will see it finished because of her goading me. But then I pulled this little one out. I forgot it was in my bag. I started this for the Patriotic Sal that you and Kim are hosting.
Oh, yeah.
And this is the Shepherd's Bush Land of Liberty bag. And I had started this a while back and didn't get very far. And I think I worked on it for 2 nights and got it most of the way done. So I just need to put in land, a couple of houses, I think one more house, some trees, some back stitching, and that'll be done. And this is fun because it's stitched on the bag. So
yeah, the bag
when
is
you finish
done.
it,
Yep.
you FFO it at the same time, which is great. So
yeah, I did that earlier this year.
I'll probably get back to it later this week because I'll be anxious to get
Oh
this
yeah,
one
it'd be nice to be finished with it.
finished up. Yep. Next up is one of the ones I told you I wanted to work on in the next couple of weeks, and I've pulled it out a couple of times. This is Autumn Alphabet by the Scarlet House, and it's a nice one. I'm enjoying. It's the fabric that I like the most. It's on 32 count Autumn Gold by Lakeside Linen. It's still in my Q-snap because I was stitching on it this morning. And I have my 2 needles pulling thread needle minder on it from Missy and Kathy. So I got the whole alphabet done, and then I had some brown left, so I started the border. And then I got this side of the pumpkin done, and so I have 2 more big chunks of pumpkin. I did not like the green that was called for with my fabric, so that's probably the next thing I need to do is go in. It was Polywog was their green, but it didn't look good with my fabric, so I need to go find a green that looks good with this darker fabric and that complements the other colors.
I love that fabric.
It is. It's awesome. And I don't know if I've ever stitched with Lakeside before. I would buy it in a heartbeat again. It's just a really nice fabric.
Well, if it doesn't snow over Christmas break.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. The other thing, I'll get it real close. I don't know if you can tell, the pumpkin I'm stitching up and down. I usually do side to side, but I figure a pumpkin kind of is more of an up and down motif. And I tried the sewing method a little bit.
Did you?
I kind of figured part of it out. So I can do sewing method on the way up, but I haven't figured out how to do it on the way down. But I think it makes my stitches look very different. It looks very much striped to me.
Yeah, it's very striped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, which is good for a pumpkin.
Wow.
It's also, this is Clockwork. The orange is Clockwork by Weeks. And I think it's a pretty variegated orange too.
So if I do it, it'll be a cross. You'll get to see 2 different pumpkins.
Yeah. So
I like that. I want that.
that's been okay. That's been a fun one to work on. That would be a good shop model too.
Yes.
And then next, this is the one she made me work on when I finished another project. She said, I told her the names of my projects, and she said, work on Bluebird Sampler. So this is Bent Creek Bluebird Sampler. This one I started, I think this was my birthday start back in August, and I was not happy with it. So I made some changes to the colors, and now I'm happy with it again. We're getting along. And so I think I just worked on this one night when she was home. And I've started on the house down there, and I've got this all around. This border will go all the way around this side, and then the alphabet will continue, and there's specialty stitches in there as well. So
that's cute.
Yeah, and this is on, there it goes, 32 count Amber Waves. And I'm not sure who the dyer is on that, but it's a 32 count Lugana, which I really like. Lugana is so easy to stitch on. Yeah. And I think I'm using some called for and some substituted colors, just
yeah. Didn't you like the bird, or there's some color you didn't like?
Yeah, there was something. The green I didn't like. Yeah. And then my last one is a new start from last night. So I mentioned before Michelle's Celebrate 50 Start Along, and I've picked up a few projects. This one has been kitted for the entire year. It's a prairie schooler, Santa in his canoe. I guess he's going across the lake to deliver the Christmas presents to the kids at the other side of the camp. You know, they always have those camp movies in the summer where they have to go across the lake. So I've had this in my bag, one of my favorite project bags. I love this one, made this one for myself. So I started him last night because I didn't feel like working on any of my whips. So I'm gonna get in trouble with Jenna if she's watching. So there he is. It went really fast. That's the whole Santa. I just need to do the canoe and the yellow bits, which are the moon and the stars and the water.
Oh, that's gonna.
So, and I don't have the yellow, so I'm gonna have to dig through your inventory to see if you have that one. But yeah, hopefully that'll be a quick finish, and I plan to do that as an ornament.
Yeah. I thought I'd show you some of my previous finishes, since it's that time of year.
All right.
This is a Mill Hill kit jingle that I did. I love it. I think it's really cute. Yeah. So there's jingle, and this one I haven't put a hanger on yet, but that's the wreath. That's finished.
Also Mill Hill.
Yeah, these are all Mill Hill.
All Mill Hill.
And then this is the snowman from last year. Love him. And then this is the stocking with a snowman. And there's enough beads in the kit that you make your hangers, that, you know, it's not a
Yeah.
problem. And then this one I've done for a while. This is Noel.
That's pretty.
Yeah. And this one was done for a long time, and I finally got tired of looking at it on my wall. And I gave it to our friend Teresa, and she finished it for me. And it's big, but I think it's really pretty.
Do you know the pattern?
I know nothing.
Okay.
I have no clue. And then these, I don't know that they'll show. Oh, they'll show up on this side. I did these on my embroidery machine.
I think if you hold them up
Yeah.
in front of the orange, they'll be fine.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's a stocking and then a snowflake.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nice.
So,
I was actually thinking about, I may film, we'll see when we get our tree and decorate it. If I have time, I may do a little bonus segment of all my stitched and quilting and embroidery ornaments before I put them on the tree. So we'll see.
that would be neat.
All right. You have at least one finish over there.
Yeah.
I have a couple.
I have a finish, yes. I did the other one, it's on the same paper, but this is Imprints Fa La La and Mary by Heart and Hand. I think I had picked up the pamphlet the last time
I think
at
you've
the
done
store,
the first one.
but I don't know if they were done, but I'd done,
Yeah.
but here they are. And I elected to use 3 colors because I just thought the top of the ornament, the top of the tree would be prettier with the gold in there instead of just 2 colors. And then I did them on this paper, this piece with those guys. So I got them all done.
And what's the fabric they're on?
It's 28 count mushroom lagana.
And did you use called for colors or did you use your color
No,
and cotton? I think you picked your color and cotton for these. I think you did for the fall ones.
I did for the fall one. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
Okay.
Short memory. Can't remember. And then, well, all right, then this is an FFO.
Okay. Let's see, that was a start and a finish. I'll show that one last. This one I told you last time I wanted to have done, and I got it done. This is Camping Out by Mill Hill, and I persisted with all the dang beading. It's really not a problem to do. And it's done, so hopefully the beads are showing. And then the bear button, so that one's really cute. And hopefully I will get that Mill Hill frame soon, and I will finish that up. So that's my first finish. And my second one, I think I showed this last time as a start. I had just started the philanthropic pumpkin from Hands On Design. We have a friend who loaned this to me because I did not get there fast enough to buy it when it was originally for sale. And I finished all the stitching on it. So there it is, all stitched. I think it's gorgeous. I used all the called for colors. I just changed the cross hatching in the middle was supposed to be the dark brown, and I changed it to the lighter brown because I didn't like how dark it was. And I got on Lady Dot Etsy shop and ordered the fabric, all the findings to finish it. Hopefully they didn't say in the pattern what the colors were, which totally makes sense because it was an exclusive. So hopefully what I got will be close enough, and it'll look like a pumpkin. So hopefully I'll get that FFO'd here soon because I need to return that pattern to our friend.
Yes.
And then my third one was a Thanksgiving week start. I think I started it earlier in the week. I was looking around, I don't know, I was wandering around the internet, and I went over to Pinker and Pumpkin Quilting and found Mr. McGobble, and it was so cute, and it looked like it would be fast, and by golly it was. And so I stitched this little guy. He did not take long at all. DMC threads, I used Anchor for the black and the white just because I had them. They were sitting right there as I was pulling threads. I thought, oh, that's a good one. And so when I ordered my finishing stuff for the philanthropic pumpkin, I also ordered a piece of velveteen that I think will work for this to be a little pillow and go in a little bowl with other turkey pillows.
Yeah,
So this is on 18 count oatmeal Ada that I had in my stash. That was one of my goals, is all from stash. So I was able to pull it all from my stash. I might have subbed one of the colors. I can't remember, but he's pretty cute, isn't he?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah, so that was a fun one. And this is a free pattern, so we will link to Melissa's blog if you want to go find that. She has probably hundreds of free patterns on her blog. In fact, she posted one the other day. I think it's called Candy Cane. Is it Candy Cane Cottage or Gingerbread Cottage for Christmas? It's so cute. So I will link her in the comments below. So I think those are all my finishes.
Okay.
FFOs?
FFO, I have one. Where's that pattern I gave back to you today? You threw it up there.
Under this giant pile
Yeah,
here.
okay.
Yeah. Lizzie Kate,
Yeah.
first Christmas.
So this is the one I got done. Our next door neighbors had another baby, and his name is Robert. And so he now has one, and it matches the one for his sister.
Nice.
So, yeah.
And I picked up FFO 36 from the framer. I had this framed at Michael's. And this is Frosted Pumpkin National Park Birthday, which I stitched earlier this year. And I got the frame during the framing sale. When I went in the first time, they hadn't put the spacers in. So I told them, like, hey, you need to put the spacers in. They called me back and said, actually, they put the higher quality glass in and you don't need spacers for that, evidently. It's acrylic, I think. That's why. Anyway, because this is like the museum quality. See, it's not.
Oh, yeah. It doesn't glare as well.
No glare. So they upgraded me by mistake. But yeah, I'm really happy to have this one. I stitched it, I finished it, and I FFO'd it this year. FFO by
Turn it this way
check.
so I can see it.
Yeah, she hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, wow. That looks great. I love the frame. The frame is perfect.
Yeah, this was a good frame for this one.
Oh,
So they still have one more of my pieces at Michael's, which hopefully I'll get back in the next couple of weeks. Yeah, but 36 FFOs. When I went downstairs to get my stuff, I told myself, don't forget your WIPGO notebook and paper. And what did I do? Walked out without it. So we'll WIPGO next time.
Yep, yep.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, because we need to update it for December. I guess it's the last two.
Yeah,
probably.
December is the last two. One of them is do a finish with Mom.
Yeah.
So we got to do
talking
something
about that.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully
I can't remember what my other one is.
No.
But I think I'll do pretty well. I think I only had 4 or 5 left on my board to finish. In the last couple of weeks, I have pulled some fabric to do some fabric framed ones. I started an FFO for one of my Christmas gifts that I will finish soon. And then I've been sewing away on that reindeer, not with the same visible results as before, because now I'm working on teeny tiny antler pieces. But it's still moving along. I have worked on it each week. I haven't worked on it this weekend because I just got home yesterday afternoon. But hopefully at some point during this week, I'll get down there and keep it moving along.
Good. Yeah. I made another, this is, now we're off into quilting and knitting and stuff. I made another bag. And so this is probably going to be a gift. And then I've had a request from the youngsters that were here over Thanksgiving. They want new pillowcases for Christmas. So Bennett is doing football and Bailey is doing volleyball. So I made those this week. And then I have to find Barbie fabric. I went to Joann's and they didn't have any in our Joann's because it's a small one. So I'm going to have to look in one of the other two that are larger or else order it online.
You could also go
for the
with
6-year-old.
unicorns.
Oh, really?
Based on my week there. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
or
good.
gymnastics. She's in tumbling.
I know, but she requested everything Barbie.
Okay.
She came with her Barbie pillow, and I think she had her Barbie pajamas and her Barbie.
All right.
That was my direction.
Good. Yeah.
And also, I have been knitting, but I can't show you.
Okay.
But you'll get to see it.
All right. Good. Yeah, somebody asked, no knitting this time? I said, I'm sure she'll have knitting again soon.
Yes, no, I've been
Yes,
working.
You're working
Yep.
on secret things.
Yep.
Okay.
So can't
Good.
show them.
Haul.
Well,
I also bought the snowman sampler on Black Friday from Cherry Hill Stitchery, and I purchased Starry Skies, which I've had on my favorites for a long time. That might in fact be the first thing I ever favorited in Etsy. So she had a great Black Friday sale, and that was a good time to jump
I also
in.
bought 4 more, but I never printed them off. So
Okay. I knew you had
do they
fun
count?
that day.
I had a good time.
They do count.
Okay.
Because the credit card was charged.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
And then I think I picked up thread one day when you were working.
yeah.
Yeah.
My color and cotton for December came, and it's Ringmaster, Face Painting, and Clown. So
They go well with your quilt.
put that on the shoulder. So those are the colors this time.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Very bright.
Very bright. Very bright.
Are you going to stick with the Brights Club, or do you think you'll switch?
I don't know. I think I'm going to switch.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to switch if I can.
Yeah.
And then I picked up a bunch of floss at work. It's floss. That's the big deal.
Yeah.
And then we met our friend, Pam and I, instead of sewing, we met our friend Kathy for lunch one day, and then we went over to Zigzag Quilts in Greenfield. And I got the volleyball and the football fabric, but I also got this cork. I couldn't resist. It is so pretty. Can you see it? It's with the triangles on it.
Yeah.
I just, oh my gosh. I haven't made anything with it yet. But it was one of those, when you see it, you get it, because you don't know if you'll see it again. And if I go back there, because I had one picked out, and she was laying it out on the table. I went, wait, Jennifer, can I change? And I got this one instead, so I love it. And I love cork.
Yes.
And then we stopped at French Seam, and I got this fabric, which I thought was really neat, and I'll probably do a project bag.
I'm just making
Yeah.
those.
Can you hold it on my shoulders? Killing me.
Yeah.
It's an international fabric, and I thought it would just make a neat project bag. And
It sure would for your daughter who travels for work. I mean, she would enjoy that. Just saying.
And then I thought this would be a cute. We're back. And then she had this really cute Santa Claus fabric, which I thought would be adorable for a
And you have Santa cups
project
like
bag.
this that you made years ago.
I do. I
Yeah.
forgot. And then this would be my other piece to go with it. The candy canes and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to
haven't
tell
done it
him,
yet.
since you have selvage, this is Merry Kitschmas by Louise Pretzel for Figo Fabrics, Figo. I haven't heard of them before.
she has different stuff.
Yeah.
And I think
Is
this
that
might be the
also-
same.
It
Let's see.
is.
Yeah. Figo.
And then this one, I didn't see a selvage on that. You didn't get the selvage. Oh, wait.
Yep.
This is Bon Voyage collection for Rifle Paper Company, the country one.
I just thought they were really neat.
Yeah,
So
neat. I haven't been over there in a long
No.
time. Maybe we'll need to go.
and she was having a sale, so it didn't cost me much at all for that, which
Yeah.
was really kind of neat.
Nice.
So yeah.
Great. Well, we got some super nice happy
Yes, we
mail
did.
since our
We
last
did.
episode. Why don't we show the package you got
Yep.
first, and then the package we got at my house.
This came from Kim. She was the wonderfully kind lady who sent us the tissue holders for our retreat last year and our mug rugs and
Mug
bags.
rugs and yeah.
She made these, and you know who this is for.
Yeah.
And then she made one for Jen.
Which I love. These are my
So,
Christmas colors.
Thank you so much.
And there's something inside too.
I think it's
Candy.
oh
And here's her business card, Kim King.
oh yeah okay
So let's show
That's
that. And
yeah here.
so
Oh,
there
I
is
didn't get one of those.
Kim's business card.
You
You can
didn't.
snap
No.
that if you want and reach out to her.
Okay, I just showed your address, Kim. I'm sorry. Ignore it.
We can edit that out.
Ignore it. I showed the wrong. Oh, because I had the wrong side. Yeah, I showed the wrong
Yeah.
side of it.
I'll cut it out.
Jennifer will fix it.
Through the magic of editing. Nobody saw your address, Kim. All right, and then we had little gift come from Monica, who has an Etsy shop that I will link below. Monica and I have been Instagram friends for a long time. We follow each other and comment, and she sent 2 little packages which I didn't open, so we're gonna
open them in front of you guys.
Open them right here. Yeah.
Maybe. Did a really good taping job.
Yeah.
Really good.
Oh, I bet this is yours. We'll see though. So cute.
No.
Oh, they're both still in.
Oh, they're adorable.
Look at those.
Look at them. Oh, well, let's take them out of the bag.
Okay.
There we go.
So cute. Thank you so much, Monica.
Thank you, Monica.
She's been making and posting her floss bling for a little while now, and I keep looking at them and looking at them and commenting on them. There they are.
Oh, they're adorable.
So cute. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh,
those are wonderful.
Nice. How nice. Did you get a snowman charm?
I got a heart charm and a believe.
Oh, then the snowman's mine.
Okay. She has spoken. Even though blue is your favorite color. But
I know, but
he's on a blue background
But
too.
he's got a snowman.
Yeah.
There's a snowman, so yeah,
Thank you, Monica.
Thank you.
I'm going to put mine in my pocket or I may not get it home.
Oh, come on.
Oh,
you know where
wonderful. I know.
I can never find anything. I'd be amazed if you could find it.
True. All right, let's do giveaway, and then like I said, I do have a little bit for plans, and we'll have our question at the end.
Yeah.
So we had a giveaway last time for our 5,000 subscribers, and I just want to take a moment to say thank you all very much for the lovely comments that you made on our video. Those of you who've been here with us from the beginning, all the way to the ones who found us last time. It just really warms our heart to hear how much you enjoy our Flosstube and our relationship and seeing all that we're up to and making you spit out your drink from time to time. That's not me, that's her. So as a little piece of our appreciation, we did a giveaway during our last one. And so we have winners to share. So the first one was Fall on the Farm. And this one is going to Catherine Taimanko. I'm not sure if that's your last name, 3408. We'll put the picture up here. So Catherine and all the other winners, just send us an email at twotallstitchers@gmail.com. Let us know you're over 18 years old and give us your address, and we will get these in the mail to you over the next couple of weeks.
Yes.
Next one is Autumn Fling. And this one, our winner was Carrie Dye, 7258. So congratulations, Carrie. The third one was Christmas Village. And it's funny, I remember somebody said, this is on my wish list. I hope I win it. I don't know if you did or not. This is going to Susan Radford, 9503. So congratulations, Susan. That's going to be a big stitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots on that. The next one I'm still gonna have to pry out of my mom's hands, but this is Wear Your Woolies by Summerhouse Stitchworks, and this one goes to Kathy P 7734.
And I may be contacting you to borrow it back. I love it.
It's really pretty. And then the last pattern is The Lord's Prayer by Lila's Studio, and Lucy Mitchell 8913 won that one. I don't know why the numbers are at the end of some of them.
They've started that.
They've started that on YouTube.
Weird.
We can never figure out. And then the other prize we had was a giveaway of our new needle minder. And as a reminder, if you are interested in this needle minder, you can call Persnickety Stitchers in Zionsville, Indiana. The phone number's down below, and have one mailed to you. She has a little inventory of our needle minders. And this one is going to Gold Beecher. So congratulations. So send us your information and we will get that wrapped up and in the mail to you.
And you have to tell us you're over 18 so we can legally ask you for your address.
Yes.
Most of the comments I've gotten back are, oh my God, I'm way past 18. But, you know, we just, technically you have to tell us that.
Yeah. All right. We've already talked about quilting, knitting. So plans over the next few weeks. I brought some stuff to show.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you have anything you want to talk about while I'm getting stuff out?
Not that I can think of. I haven't started on my snowman quilt yet. I'm looking at the pieces there, but I think that's going to be an after after the holidays thing.
Yeah.
I just don't really have time right now. And for the first time in 55 years, we bought an artificial tree last night. And now I don't know if I like it. So I'm going to return it and order a
So your
different, get a
plan is
different
to
one.
decide which tree
Yeah,
you're
my
gonna
plan
stick
is
with.
to figure out what I want in the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, we have to get a tree.
Yes.
So, I wouldn't say I'm usually a seasonal stitcher, but right now I really want to stitch Christmas. So, in honor of Michelle's Celebrate 50 start along, I mean, I'm allowed to start as many as I want because she's starting at least 50. She's over halfway.
Wow.
So I pulled out some of the things that I actually have kitted up. So I thought I would share them. These may or may not be starts the next time you see us. The first one is the Heart and Hand Woodland Piece ornament. That was from several years ago. I loved it ever since, and I found it at Fancy Works when she closed. The second one is also a Lizzie Kate kit. It is, I think it's called Fa La La La, and this one has the beads and the linen with it, but I'm sure I can add, I either have fabric or floss, or I can find stuff that'll work.
Yeah.
Or maybe I can come raid my mom's colored cotton.
Yes, I've got some good ones.
And then the third one, which I think you gave me years ago, is the Hindsight Dash Away All. And this one, I have two fabrics because I can't decide what I want to do.
You think I gave you that?
I think you did.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you've given me, I know you've given me several of their patterns, and I feel like you gave me this one, although it has a persnickety price tag on it, so maybe I bought it. I don't know. So I have this 30 count soft willow, which is a nice light green, and then I have 28 count antique white. So I haven't decided. I thought it might be neat on the light green. I just have to make sure the greens in it are dark enough that they would show up.
I was going to say, and if you're going to use their frame, then you have to use their size count.
28 count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you decide to use their frame. If it's still available.
I'll have to see if it's still available. That is a cute
that'll
frame.
be your deciding.
Okay.
That will make you decide what fabric.
Although
to
it's 30 count versus 28, so it won't be very different. I do the math. So, yeah, so those are the three that are in my...
That would probably work. 30 would be fine.
I think I might start these in December. And then I have already kitted up and prepped for what will be my Christmas Day start. She's going to be very happy with this one. So many, many years ago, I bought the whole set of Hindsight reindeer, the crystal reindeer, and you stitch all 8 of them together like that. I do believe there's also a sleigh that came out. I'm not going to do the sleigh. I'm just going to do the reindeer. This summer, when I went to Acorns and Threads, they had it up on the wall. It was absolutely gorgeous, and they had the fabric. So I bought the Belfast White Opal Linen, 36 count. I don't know if you can see the sparkles in it, but it's a very sparkly. And then I have kitted up most of the colors here, and I need to pick up a few more. But I am very excited to get started on this one. Yes, all the crystals are included. It was a very expensive day when I went in and bought all of those patterns because they were pricey.
Yeah, I remember that.
It was a like a jaw-dropping total. I had little kids at that point at Needle Fever.
Oh, okay.
She special ordered them for me.
Oh.
And I went in and got them, and I didn't realize they were expensive as they were. So that money's been sitting in my closet for
years.
Probably 13, 14 years now. So those are my plans for holiday stitching. And I reserve the right to go through my Christmas box and find other things that I may want to start in addition to or instead of those.
Me too. I pulled out a Heinz I Love Christmas one.
Oh, yeah.
I might start that.
You have a couple Christmas ones in there, I think. You have a Primrose Cottage.
I have several boxes in that big box. I have 2 boxes of Christmas stuff.
So I will be hopefully finishing my Patriotic Sal piece that I stitched along with you and Kim. You've both now finished your Stars and Stripes. She posted hers the other day.
Fully finished them, but they're stitched. They're totally stitched.
I'll be adding some new starts from the Celebrate 50 start along. And then in January, Allison from Mrs. Arizona Family Zoo Stitches and I are going to host a Lizzie Kate series, Sal. And so I thought I would bring a few things that maybe you wouldn't traditionally think of as a series. My plan is to do, I can't remember exactly what they're called. They're the nature pieces. It's a group of 5. I'm working on kitting that up, so I'll bring that to show maybe next time. But I started to think about Lizzie Kate has so many series. And so I brought a couple that I've stitched to share, and then you have your plans and your other one. So the first one I'm going to show is the Flippets, and these were a gift from my mom. I think you bought them 2 at a time, one for you, one for me. And she's finished hers in a frame, like a little cork frame that you've shown before, but we could show it again next time. I finished mine to go on a paddle. So mine are all magnetized on the back. I switch them out each month. So there's my December one. I thought I would grab it and bring it today, and then it'll go up in my kitchen when I get home. So that's a great series, the Flippets. You could stitch them all together, or you could stitch each one separately to display them monthly. This one was from one of her Christmas series. I don't remember exactly which one. At the time, I didn't think I wanted to stitch the entire series. I probably would now. But I loved this reindeer. And so I got this and just finished this as a Christmas ornament. And this is one of my favorite finishes.
Yeah, it's really cute.
Backed with fabric, just a flat finish. So you could just stitch individual items from one of the series. And then this one is from one of the Tiny Tidings books.
Right.
Or patterns. And she's done many, many years of Tiny Tidings. So I would consider that a
usually
series
three,
as well.
3 in each.
Yeah,
so you
at
can
least
easily
3.
do.
Yeah. So if you have multiple years of Tiny Tidings, pick from year 4, from year 8, you know. So so I wanted to show that to say it doesn't have to be one of her big series that you stitch all together if you want to join us for that.
Yeah. And then we just thought we would show you this one, which is finished, and I've had it finished forever, and I just need to fully finish it. And I have the bell pull for it and everything. It's a bell pull. And that was another one. It was so much fun to do. Yeah. I really enjoyed doing that. And the neat thing about it is if we're doing them monthly, you can easily knock off each month. Yeah. Because they're just quick. You know, they don't take a lot. And I will try and get this done before next time. I would love to absolutely hang it this Christmas. Would be really nice.
You have all the stuff for it.
I have it. I have everything for it. Yeah.
You stitched it in 2022.
Yeah. I finished it in 2022. I don't know that I had started.
Well, yeah.
I probably...
You dated it 2022.
Yeah.
And then you've decided what you're going to do for the
Yes. When she talked about it last time, I went... Because she said, you have a lot of Lizzie Kate stuff. And I went, really? Well, guess what? I do. I actually have the fabric. I pulled all my colors. Oh, I like that. And and so this is the Howl at the Moon Be Spooktacular. And this is what it's going to look like when it's
Halloween
done.
Rules.
Halloween Rules.
Series.
Okay, yeah. And so I have all the pamphlets. And that's my fabric, which is
32 count chestnut linen.
Yeah. And then those are my colors.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah. So I'm ready to go.
Fun. Yes. And yours is just the 2 little sayings each month.
Yeah,
right?
it comes with 2 a month. See, it comes with this one, and then it comes with this one. Yeah. So at the end, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then the finish.
6 months.
Yeah.
And when you do, let me grab one of those. When you do one of hers all together on her website, which we'll link below, she'll give you the frame
No,
that
she
goes
gives you the
around.
no. She
not
gives you
not the frame,
the
but
topper.
the stitched. Well, the stitched frame, because this is
Yeah.
stitched all the way around.
Yeah, she'll give you that.
But she'll give you the pattern to put all of these together into one stitch. So, and I think 1, 2, 3 Stitch still has a lot of hers.
Yes, that's the place to look if you want Lizzie
sale.
Kate.
Yeah.
You might also find it on Stash Unloading, but Lizzie Kate, 1, 2, 3 Stitch definitely has it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited because I kitted this up down at Fancy Works.
Yeah.
At least a couple years ago.
That's been
And
a while.
it's ready to go.
Yeah.
And I'll do that probably, I don't know if I'll do it on my frame or a Q-snap, one of the two. Maybe my frame.
And I plan to start mine in January.
Yeah, that's when we'll
So
start.
my reindeer will be Christmas Day, so maybe I'll even get one reindeer under my belt
Oh, that would be good.
before we start the second activity.
So, my plans are to keep stitching, to work on my snowman quilt, to work on all kinds of stuff.
For next year.
How
about between now and Christmas, which is our next
Well,
wedding?
I have some gifts that I'm making on my embroidery machine, and I've done 11 so far. I need about 20, but they don't take terribly long, but I'm not going to show them to you yet. And then I have gotten a lot of my Christmas shopping done. I'm still in shock.
Good.
And I just have to shop for my 2 expensive grandsons who come up with some very pricey items, which I don't buy them. But so I've done a good bit of Christmas shopping. And then again, the never-ending attempt to straighten up my room. And then I have a baby quilt that I'm working on, and that is almost ready to go to the quilter. And I have another one that I need to find some binding for, and then that'll be finished, and that's a Christmas present. The baby quilt is not a Christmas present. And I just always have lots of stuff. I want to get back to my sweater, but I need to finish my other project that I'm working on, which you will see.
Yeah.
But so there's always something, and then there's doctor visits and labs and all that kind of stuff. So but hopefully we'll get to do some fun stuff over the holidays.
Yeah. I have 8 working days left this year and 9 performance reviews to do and write up. So it's more than one a day. So 8, including mine. So 10 actually. So it's going to be a busy 2 weeks. We have a holiday orchestra concert this week. I don't know if
That's right.
he told you about that.
It's on my calendar. It came through.
And then my daughter will be home in 2 weeks, so lots of activity going on. I will be stitching in the evenings, trying to fit in a little bit of sewing in between, and then once I'm off work, my goal is to do a little bit every day. So I hope to get... Oh, I don't think I mentioned it. I quilted 3 quilt tops since the last time we were together, so I'm gonna hopefully work on binding those and getting another one on the frame. I'd like to finish up 1 or maybe 2 more before the end of the year.
The other thing, the last time I showed you a pillow and I had lost the charm. Well, I found it.
Yeah.
So I have to sew it back on, but it's here. So that was really good news.
Yeah.
I was worried about that. And then the other thing that I hope maybe, my birthday is at the end of the month. And I'm hoping that maybe before my birthday, but I don't see that happening, we might be able to do what I was promised for my last birthday.
Yeah.
Because I've been told several times, oh yeah, we'll do it the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're good at that.
In all fairness, I picked a day and then you said no on that day. So
out of 300 days.
Alrighty. Well, maybe we'll just do 2 when we go, and then that'll be this year and last year. Anyway, all right. Our question of the episode for you is: what is your favorite or holiday or winter motif to stitch? Do you enjoy stitching winter? And if so, are you a snowman person, a Santa person, a snowflake person, a gingerbread person? What's your favorite? We know yours. Mine's reindeer. I love stitching reindeer.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I like just to stitch Christmas too.
I do too. Yeah. I have way more Christmas patterns than I'll ever.
I know. I was going to show you this.
Oh.
This is another previous finish. This is from, oh well, you know how organized I am. But I made this several years ago, my
cute.
pillow. And I got it out the other day to take it downstairs, and I thought, I could show it.
Yeah.
Because it's a finish.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's a cute
So that
one.
goes downstairs, yeah. We'll
Was
see how
that on
adorable.
your embroidery
No, that
machine?
was
That was
just
just
done.
regular applique?
That was done. Yeah, no,
Machine
that was
applique.
yeah,
Yeah.
fusible applique. Yeah, no, I
Okay.
did that all myself.
Yeah, it's starting to come apart. Maybe.
Yep.
No, not
Yep.
really.
Yep. No, yes.
No, I don't think
I don't
so.
know. I don't know.
It's been around for a while.
Yes, it has. That it has.
Alrighty, you want to close this out?
Sure. Thank you all for staying with us, and we've really enjoyed your company over the years, and we look forward to seeing you again in 3 weeks, which happens to be, I checked, Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we'll see if we do a Christmas Eve with homemade eggnog.
Oh, that
That
would
would
be
be
fun.
fun. Yeah, that could really be fun.
Mhm.
Better than with wine. And so if not, we'll see you sometime over the holidays while the princess is home. I'm sure she will make an appearance. And we look forward to seeing you. We wish you all a happy holiday, whatever you celebrate. And you can follow us. Jennifer is on Instagram at Jen Quilter. I am at Grand Stitches. And Jennifer has a blog, Quilting Mom's blog at blogspot.com. So I think that's it.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
Yes.
Have a great few weeks.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.